everybody. Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 16, and it is a Girl Power Tuesday.
Oh, I thought you were about to say it's a girl like you were having a baby. Hey, Simone. It is a Girl Power Tuesday. Maybe Tibby, our makeup artist, is having a baby.
Quite possibly.
Girl. Something about that girl. You did it this morning. You called it.
They say if your belly is roundish, it's usually a boy. If your belly point a little bit,
it's a girl.
It's a girl. Tibby's belly is roundish, so we're assuming.
But something with what you just did this morning all came together. I think she's having a girl because I just said, what are you having? And then you said, it's a girl. And then you didn't say Power Tuesday. And then all of a sudden I just saw this girl coming out of Tibby and I was like, you know, it's a girl.
You had a vision.
I had a vision.
Like one of those people who advertise in the morning on our show.
Listen. Say no more. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for being here this morning, getting up out of your bed.
Yes.
Our sister Dales, who is usually here, is not up in Harrow. Yes, we switch sides. Dales, I think she told you guys that she lost two uncles, one on her mom's side and on her dad's side. Yeah. So last weekend she had a funeral in Jamaica.
She flew out for one.
That's last weekend. The weekend gone now, she had a funeral in Boston. She was heading in. Apparently some flight got delayed, connection messed up. And so,
yeah.
My other sister, Empressita, is here.
I just, you know.
It's all good.
I got up and I made it. You know, I stand with my sisters. Whenever you're down, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, just call me. What's that song?
Whenever you need me, I'll be there. Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you da-da, I'll be there. I'll be around.
Yes.
That one.
Yes. Oh. Daniel, we love you. Condolences from us and good morning, as Simone said, to all our friends across the world. We're so happy that, you know, millions of you are tuning in to the onespotmedia.com. We really appreciate it. We're coming to you live from Kingston, and it's the greatest morning show in the world. And our friends on Instagram live right now at Smile John TVJ. Hello.
We got you.
We got you. Good morning.
What's up, baby mama?
I'm good, baby mama.
How's Zipper?
Zipper is lovely. She went swimming the other day. I didn't know babies could swim if you just throw them in the water.
See, I know you guys are going to do that. Turn it up. This is how girls should treat each other. Thanks, Karine. This is your lift up song for this morning. We should have one every morning. Nobody have that one person that you can call on or you need.
Very important.
They're always there. Especially in this age, folks, when things going on in people's mind. Want.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there. Oh, they find the song so quick. Oh my God, the team is just great. I'm telling you.
Quick fingers.
I'm very impressed with the
They're
team
good
this
like
morning.
that.
Good morning to the entire TVJ crew. It takes teamwork to make the dream
Of
work.
course.
So we want to acknowledge all of our men behind the camera, our women and men inside the tech engineering room, Farron and Cappy and Miss Dockery and all of those who make this happen. Because without them, there would be no Simone and Empress with a happy face. Especially without Miss Dockery.
My face is not happy right now because true, but I'm not usually on this side.
You're uncomfortable?
No, but my chair catapulter. Marvin, come in, Marvin.
Come, Marvin. Come fix up Simone's
Marvin,
chair. Let me show you how teamwork. You see, whenever you call him, he's there.
I got it, Harrow. I see what you're saying exactly. Because I need to be more like this.
Yeah, you need to be like.
So I need a strong man.
Strong man like Marvin. Good morning,
strong,
Marvin.
Powerful man.
Your beard got blacker, Marvin. What are you doing?
We love them right there, see? Every morning we just love him, Marvin. Thank you, Marv.
Sweetie.
Appreciate it.
Oh, gosh, I love him.
I would have done it too, you know, but I didn't want to start a fight over
Mr. Harrow's here? But him hand not so strong. Oh, that's my Mr. Harrow behind us.
Him missing daily, so don't try.
Oh, he's missing daily?
Yeah, don't make it any worse for yourself.
All right, let me just get on with what we're supposed to do.
On today's show, we're going to give you guys the tips for getting the kids to school on time.
Oh my gosh.
You need them?
The first term, Simone.
The first couple of days is hard to get, yeah.
The first term in real big school was rough.
In real big school?
In real big school, not preschool, the real big school.
All right.
And the principal sent me a letter.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were punished. We were reprimanded.
You cannot do that.
It was terrible.
Because then it feels bad for Coach.
I know. So now he's on time.
Good.
No late days last term.
Good job.
And on today's show, it's time to look up from the phone. One young poet shows you what you're missing when your head is buried in your phone screen.
Oh, nice. I like that. And screening that guy or girl before you get into a relationship, we have the tells to look out for when spotting a manipulator before you head in that downward spiral. Very important.
Very important.
Yes.
And the murder rate is spiraling out of control. We put the yellow tape on things later on.
Then putting the red tape on your common law relationship, find out what you're entitled to after a few years. I don't know if it's really a few. I think it's about 5.
About 5.
But before we get to all of that, let's head to our hot topics for this morning. Righto. So this is where we're starting. There's been a report, this article is taken from the Gleaner, advising the public not to consume a brand of coconut water or sorrel juice called Portland's Best. The company sells coconut water, sorrel, and other juices. This says Public Relations and Advocate Officer at the Northeast Regional Health Authority, Anjanice White, says during field operations, inspectors from the Portland Health Department came across the entity and found that it was not certified to conduct that kind of business. He said a series of inspections were carried out as well as the testing of the products, and the results show that the juices contained organisms above the normal safety limit. According to White, the facility has been closed and the public is being notified not to consume the products.
Wow. There you go. Talking about Portland, I was just there this weekend, and Boston jerk is good.
Well, they went through their own little period, eh?
Yeah.
And they had to do some stuff too.
But are they really the first place? This is off topic, but on topic. Portland. But the first place where jerk was, is there?
I don't know. Is it?
I have a feeling, you know.
I know Boston jerk has been around for a while. People, when you think jerk, you automatically think Boston because of the quality.
I think that's the origin. Well, not the origin from the Maroons, but I think that's where it really started, the big culture of jerk. And
learned something new this morning.
Yeah. Okay, so that was what's hot or what's not hot in the hot topics. And we go to this next one. This is not hot. This is not cool. And I'm glad we have the opportunity to warn you, as the police are warning us about carjackers and a scheme being practiced by the criminals where they are putting stickers or pieces of paper on the rear of the vehicles, and the driver now has to get out because they can't see, it's obstructing their view, and they get out to take off the sticker, and that's when the criminals attack the vehicle owners. So we are warning you, if you do see that, be careful, have all eyes in all areas, and maybe see if you can drive out and do that somewhere else where, you know, people are, because that's how they're targeting you.
No, you have to. It's not a matter of see if you can.
It's you have to.
Yeah. I mean, what is the likelihood that you'd park the car okay and come back and see a piece of paper stuck to you? You know.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a scheme. We're begging you to heed and just listen. The next hot topic will tell you why, but there's this scheme that the police have warned of. There's another one where they have bike men who are riding up behind and beside particularly women to say, license plate, something wrong with your license plate, drop it off. And then pull over.
That's
carjacked.
it. Also, the next one is even looking at people in distress, and it's sad when you see, like, they set up even women, and you want to stop and help the woman, but then it's a scheme, scam.
Of course.
And so, a scheme, a scam. So you have to, you have to be really careful. And not only that, perfumes and buying things and knocking you out.
Really?
Yeah, the scented things, and you're smelling the air fresheners, and there's so many.
I think something else we need to talk about at some point on this program is what is happening in taxis. Attempted abductions, people reporting over the last couple of days on Twitter, they go in the taxi, people emerge from the trunk with gun to hold them up. I mean, there are people who don't know whether they want to take bus, take taxi, or walk at this point, because none of the three are safe.
Take
Take the bus, you could get held up. You go on the taxi, it's a risk.
He walked?
This lady yesterday said she was in a taxi and they tried to take her away, and it was a woman who was in the front seat who was an accomplice.
Yeah, man, always.
With the driver, so.
Lots of always, but a lot of the times our women are a part of this, and we're asking you as women here today on a Girl Power Tuesday, we're asking you to stop and think. Go into your heart and soul and think about what you're doing. Simone mentioned why it's important. It's because murders are up. It's 61 in the first 13 days of this new year, 2018. So yeah, we have to be very careful.
That is just, that don't make no...
Average, what's the average, Sim?
4.69-ish when I worked it out.
Yeah.
Per day in Jamaica. Why?
Continues to spiral. We don't know why. Or maybe we do know why, but it is a state of emergency. And I keep saying, you know, Simone and I were having this conversation, and Simone said to me, how are we going to stop it? And I'm like, it has to be some draconian measures have to be put in place. It's a state of emergency. And at some point, we're going to blame the criminals first. But if the state can't fix it, if the government cannot fix this issue, then you're going to see it get worse.
The government can't fix it, or the people.
No, they can't.
The people are in the know, but the people afraid because the right systems aren't in place to protect them.
But that's why I say we have to put the systems in place.
Boy, child, I don't know about you, but I'm afraid like I don't know what. Police stats show up to January 13. Today's what? Today's 16th. Up to January 13, there were 61 murders, 34 shootings, and 34 robberies. Is this what we meant by Happy New Year?
And can I just say, this number does not reflect the true situation, because as Simone said, these are just what's reported. There are a lot of people, and I know people who've been robbed, and the first question is, have you told the police? Because we need to know the stats so we can see the areas, and it helps us to fight crime when you do report it. But it's a long process, so he has to get his children to school the next morning after being robbed. And he was robbed right there in Paddington, is it Terrace? Paddington Terrace in Barbican, right on that road. And it's not the first time that I'm hearing people being robbed in that area in Ligony. So let's just put it out there like that. But the thing is, a lot of people aren't reporting it. So he has no money to get to the station. He has to get his kids to school the next day. They've taken everything that he had in his pocket for his children. Hard-working and honest man. And why is he not going to the police station? He has to get to work because he has to earn the next day. So to go stand up and go police. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have to report, unfortunately.
A lot of people don't want to report because they don't think anything's going to happen.
That's the next
So the big book comes out and they rule it up and you write in the big book, and then...
We're still writing in books at the police station.
What happens?
Anyway, crime fighting is not easy, but we have to do something. And guess what? If all of us suffer for the greater good later, then we are going to have to all lock down, and we're all going to have to pay the price for one. And so it's a few people, you know, Simone. That is a problem, you know.
That is a problem.
It's not the majority wicked, it's a few. Anyway, we're going to move on from that, even though it's hard to move on because we have to keep addressing it and fix it. But what else is going on? This is some good news.
Yes, thank God for good news. Yeah. Jamaican bobsled team, the female team, has qualified for the Winter Olympics. So maybe there's another Cool Runnings in the works. Cool Runnings 2.
Cool Runnings
this time with the female team.
That would be an interesting movie.
That's great. They're going to Pyongyang, South Korea. Pyeongchang? Pyongyang is in North Korea.
You have to say it with the Pyeongchang.
Me don't know. You are better at languages than I, so.
I don't know about that, but
that's next month.
Yes.
This is the first time a women's team is going to be representing the nation at the Winter Olympics. And the feat comes, like we said, 30 years after Jamaica's first overall experience. That was at the Calgary Games in 1988. Brakeman, why did they call her Brakewoman? Brakeman Carrie Russell said that qualifying for the women's bobsleigh event is one of the happiest moments of her life. Her teammates are Brakeman Audrey Segree, who's another sprinter, and pilot Jasmine Fenletter Victorian. Congratulations, ladies. This is good news, especially on a Girl Power Tuesday. Yeah. See, there's nothing we cannot do.
I mean, I said I don't know if I want to go to South Korea, but this could be an interesting trip.
Yes.
Imagine.
Yes, you were saying that just this morning.
Yeah. Who's going to South Korea? Go, girls. Congratulations once again. So that's what's happening. We scan through the pages of the
birthday?
news. It's time for birthdays.
Where's your phone?
Where's my phone?
You don't have mine neither.
It's the first morning. It's the first morning. What's going on this morning? You know what? Let's plug out to the Matrix and do the show without the phone. Happy birthday to who? Can't do it. I lost.
I'm not a phone tester during the show.
Really?
Happy birthday to Rowan Foster. Rowan Foster, who used to work here? So Rowan Foster at RJR, used to work at RJR. Your birthday's today. Have a great one, Rohan. To everybody who's celebrating on the 16th of January, month soon done, you know?
Yeah.
The months are soon
Can you
done.
imagine?
Just like that.
Remember
Valentine's Day around the corner, Jen come in. Just giving you a heads up.
1 a.m. so.
Happy birthday, everybody.
No, wait, I have mine some more.
No, your birthday, you're fine. Oh, go on.
To all the sweet little pickaninnies born today, especially those in state care, foster care, children's home, them something there. You know, you're wonderful. You know, we love you. What's the matter? What's the matter? Who are we forgetting?
Who? Prince's birthday's today?
Prince? Our Prince?
Is he inside the control room?
Is he here? Prince, come out! You know,
He's not come out. Then if he come out, we're going to run the board.
True.
Smart
Happy birthday to Prince. But yeah, to all the picking them, Prince, happy birthday, we love you. But going back to the picking them, we love you. Happy birthday. Know you're wonderful. Know that you're blessed. You are worth something. You're an asset to this country. Build you and love you. And do know that God don't make no junk. So you're born for a reason, January 16, whatever year, whichever year, whenever year. You understand, Sam? Happy birthday.
You're pretty now.
Thank you, you too.
We soon come back.
We rule the world. Pretty girl.